Prakash, a 35-year-old truck driver from Kanpur, was on a long delivery route for the first time, from Ratnagiri in Maharashtra to Karnataka. He was alone, and the journey was quite long. The coastal Konkan road, surrounded by rivers and mountains, looked beautiful. But as evening turned into night, the road became so isolated and silent that Prakash felt uneasy. Fog started appearing everywhere, so he turned his truck's headlights to full beam. Then, he saw that the empty road ahead was lined with mango trees, with large stones scattered around. As he got closer to that stretch, he noticed something. A small child was standing by the roadside. The child wore a school uniform and was covered in mud. Prakash slowed the truck and stopped near him. He rolled down his window and asked what the child was doing there so late at night. But the boy didn't answer. He just stared at the ground. When Prakash called him again, the boy slowly lifted his head and gave a very strange smile. A smile no normal human could give. And the very next second, the boy vanished into the fog right in front of Prakash's eyes. Prakash froze with fear. He took a sip of water, trying to calm himself, thinking maybe it was just his imagination. But the fear had already entered his heart. He started driving again. After driving for a while, he ended up at the exact same turn. The same large stones, the same mango trees, the same spot where he'd seen the child. This time, Prakash didn't stop. He kept going. But no matter how far he drove, he kept reaching the same turn again and again. He couldn't understand what was happening. He stopped the truck for 2 minutes, checked his phone to see the route. He had been driving for hours, yet the map still showed the same remaining time to reach Karnataka. When he tried calling a fellow truck driver, the phone suddenly switched off. He plugged it into the charger, but it wouldn't charge anymore. And then, he saw the same boy again. Same muddy uniform, same bare feet, same terrifying smile, standing in the exact same corner of the road. Prakash's soul trembled. He stepped on the accelerator and sped forward. But suddenly, the same boy, who was kilometers behind, appeared right in front of Prakash's eyes. Prakash didn't stop. The truck passed straight through the boy's body. He looked into the rear-view mirror. The road was empty. Now he knew something extremely dangerous was happening to him. He kept driving fast. This time he took a different turn and drove for hours. But again, he somehow reached the same mango tree-covered road. Nothing made sense. There were no cars, no trucks, no bikes, no tea stalls, no shops. He hadn't seen a single human for hours, only the same road repeating endlessly. But this time, he finally saw someone, an old man walking slowly. The old man was tall, thin, wearing a white dhoti. Prakash felt relieved, at least someone was there. He stopped the truck and lowered his window to call out to him, but when the old man turned toward Prakash, his blood ran cold. The old man had no moving eyes, just 2 dark patches, and he smiled exactly like the little boy. Prakash panicked, turned the truck around and sped back toward Ratnagiri, thinking maybe returning would save him. He drove for hours, taking different turns, but again he was back on the same road with mango trees and stones. Prakash was exhausted, defeated. He couldn't understand why this was happening to him. 7 to 8 hours had passed, and the night just wouldn't end. He checked the fuel meter. The diesel was about to run out. His hands were shaking. He screamed for help like a madman, but no one was there to hear him. He kept driving slowly when suddenly he saw another person standing in the middle of the road, wearing the same shirt and pants as Prakash, and even the height was the same. As Prakash drove closer, his body went numb. It wasn't another person. It was himself. A perfect copy of Prakash, but with no eyes and the same terrifying smile as the child and the old man. Prakash lost control. The truck crashed violently into something, that thing, and the windshield shattered. Prakash fell unconscious inside. The next morning, a passing car driver saw a truck crashed into a large stone. Inside, Prakash was found badly injured but still breathing. He was immediately taken to the hospital. 2 days later, he regained consciousness. He told everything to the doctors and the police. After hearing the full story, everyone understood what had happened. Prakash had encountered a Chakwa, one of Konkan's most feared supernatural entities. They told him Chakwa, also called Chalawa, is a terrifying force that traps travelers in illusions. It doesn't have a single form. It can appear as a child, an old man, a shadow, an animal, even as your own self. Its purpose is simple: to confuse you, trap your mind, and steal your path away from you. Villagers say that even if someone survives a Chakwa encounter, they don't live long. Their mind breaks. Time stops for them. Their breath becomes slower and slower. After that night, Prakash quit driving forever. His health kept declining, and within a few days, he died of a heart attack. So friends, if you ever travel through the lonely roads of Konkan at night, be very careful. You never know when you might encounter a Chakwa.